Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I wanted to talk about one major thing that I feel like the Pokemon games need to fix, and it's not the gameplay. It's not what you would obviously think would be the graphics and the performance of the game. I would say the one major thing they need to work on to really make Pokemon feel like you exist in that world is the character creation. Like the customization in Pokemon Sword and Shield was there, and it was believe it or not, it was better than Scarlet and Violet. Scarlet and Violet, you're part of a school, so you only have access to so many school uniforms. And when they were doing the marketing for that, they made it sound like you were going to be able to really customize your character. You can customize the hair and glasses and eyes and stuff, but you're stuck with one body type for each gender, and that's it. You can't be an adult, you can't be a fisherman, you can't be a biker. You're stuck being a kid in school or a kid coming of age and going out on a Pokemon thing, just like the cartoon way back, 20, 30 years ago. They really need to give us more options when it comes to creating our character. If I want to be the hiker guy in the cave, I should be able to be that. I want to be the guy that looks like Ryu from Street Fighter, the guy in the fighting gym. I should be able to do that. You really should be able to just totally customize your created character for these games, especially if we're going to start having ranked online modes and online battle modes. They could have outfit parts out the wazoo that you can earn through those modes. Or let's say there's a Beartic suit, right? It's just themed as Beartic, and it gives you cool polar bear claws and stuff like that. Beartic's my favorite Pokemon, that's why I said Beartic. And the only way to get it is to win 10 ranked battles or something. Give people incentive to go online and play. That would be a really fun added bonus to playing online. And obviously they could have ones for beating the game, or catching certain Pokemon. You unlock these and that. I just think when it comes to the Pokemon games, to take it to the next level, we shouldn't be stuck being a kid anymore. I know these games are geared more towards kids, but at the very beginning of the game, every single game, because fans of Pokemon, some of us go all the way back to the beginning, the original games, red and blue, and of course green if you lived in Japan. The best thing they could do for us old fans, in my opinion, because I love creating my own character. I know a lot of people don't. They just like picking the character that's in the game and they just run with it. They don't even customize it at all, because some people just don't have creativity or they just don't want to bother. I understand, but for me, I love making my own characters. In fact, my wrestling channel, I have the main reason I like wrestling games so much is because that's one of the best character creators ever. It'd be awesome if we could get something like that, something insanely like with tons of details and stuff, like hundreds of hairstyles, tons of face paint. Like if you've ever played a WWE game, a SmackDown game, or I'm just going to say the 2K games because they're the most recent ones and people that have played them in recent memory. In fact, we have one on the Nintendo Switch 2. Runs and plays great. It just doesn't have the image uploader or cross-community creations with other platforms. It's still a great entry. The creation suite is still very vast. You can do a lot with it. I will say that. If you're curious about wrestling games, or if you haven't played a wrestling game in a while and you only have the Switch 2, it's a great buy. Anyway, with that being said, I want to be able to be an adult, a kid, a teenager, an old man, anything. Anything that has existed in the Pokemon universe, I should be able to play as. Man, woman, whatever. Doesn't matter. I hate being shoehorned into just being a kid, alright? I'm an old fart. I've been playing this game since day one. Why am I still a kid leaving home for the first time at like age 10 or 15 or something, or going to Pokemon school? I hate that. I absolutely cannot stand it. At the very least, give me an option to skip the tutorial nonsense, because I've been playing Pokemon since day one. Now, when it comes to ZA, since they've completely changed the mechanics, the tutorial makes sense. As long as it's not overly hand-holdy. Like, get me in there, throw me in the thick of battle. Don't have this stupid, like, oh, your mom's seeing you off, don't forget your lunch, go up to your room, go out to the grass and do a Pokemon battle like we've done 8 gajillion times if you're a Pokemon fan. Like, oh, man, I really, really just want to be able to create a fat guy walking around, catching Pokemon, stuff like this, or have a beard. At least let me have a beard and a mohawk. That's what I want. That's what I really want. A beard and a mohawk. That's all I want. And be an adult. Heck, if I want to be a member of Team Rocket, I should be able to join Team Rocket. Yeah, that's another thing. Why are we always the kid that has to be the hero? Why can't I be the bad guy? Why can't I be the one terrorizing everybody and seeing people walking around doing battles? Why can't I just go run up to them and be like, give me your Pokemon, and beat them up and steal their Pokemon or something? Just give me more options. That's all I'm asking. And at the beginning of the game, they could have it to where you set your age, right? Let's say your age, I'm not going to say my age, but let's say you're an old man, middle-aged man, whatever, and you put that as your preference, then it gives you the option to play as an adult character. I always had this idea that would be really cool for a Pokemon game. Let's say you start off, let's say you're in your 30s, you've been the Pokemon champion for a while, and it starts off with you battling the new up-and-coming kid champion, right? Like the kid does in every video game, right? They make it all the way to the Elite Four, they beat the Elite Four, they beat the champion, they become the new champion. So let's say you are the current champion, you get stomped by the kid, just like we would stomp him if we leveled our Pokemon too high. You lose, you induct them into the Hall of Fame, and then they can have it to where you lose your sponsors, right? So, because you're not the champion anymore, so your sponsors drop you, you lose your house, they can make it to where your wife or husband leaves you, and then as you're walking away and your Pokemon, you haven't had a chance to heal them yet, they could have it to where Team Rocket comes up, beat you up and steals your Pokemon because you don't have anybody to use. And it starts off where you hit rock bottom and you have to rebuild. Eventually you go through the storyline and you rekindle your Pokemon, or you get them all back. It would just be a really cool dynamic to add to the Pokemon universe. Instead of your kid, you start off at your parents' house, you're leaving home for the first time to go be a Pokemon master, and then it's just that story and dynamic has been done to death. We need something different. What's cool about this trailer for the multiplayer for Pokemon ZA is it looks like it's going to have the most character customization options any game has had so far. However, the last game, Scarlet and Violet, made it look like that was the case also. So I'm not holding my breath. We'll have to wait and see until the game comes out. I'm shocked that we're going to have ranked battles with this new battle system. It just shows you how much faith to have with it, and if it really catches fire, then heck, there's a whole new series they could build off of that way. It has private battles, ranked battles, link trade, mystery, and then titles. So this game will probably hold us over for a while, and I love it when they do this, because if the next game, Gen 10, let's say they screw something up and it's not fun to play, we can always go back to the old one, ZA, and play that until, well, we get the next Pokemon game. So anyway, I've blattered on long enough. Let me know how you feel about this. Do you want to have full creative control over your created character in your Pokemon games, or do you just want to play as the preset character and you don't care because it's all about the Pokemon? Let me know down in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and stay frosty.